Breaking news tonight in the fight against the coronavirus. Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson saying at one point today there were no ICU beds available in the entire state. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Donna Terrell.
I'm Kevin Kelly. The numbers change by the hour as the state reports fewer COVID hospitalizations in the last 24 hours. But the urgent effort to create more ICU beds for COVID patients appears to be ramping up.
Fox 16 is bringing you team coverage tonight. Jessica Rank is at Baptist Health, where the hospital announced it will be opening more COVID beds in a matter of hours.
But we begin with Mitch McCoy, who's tracking the numbers and getting answers from the governor as to why there were no COVID ICU beds when plans to create more of them have been underway for weeks. What'd you find out, Mitch?
Well, Kevin, Donna, good evening to you. Good evening, everyone. Within the last hour, the state of Arkansas was reporting one hospital with very limited ICU bed capacity for COVID patients. That's in far southeast Arkansas. Kevin, you said it, and it sums up the situation. It is changing by the hour. Earlier this morning, Governor Asa Hutchinson saying that there were no COVID ICU beds available for COVID patients. Health officials say that virus patients make up about half of the state's ICU beds. Well, ICU beds for COVID-infected patients is down to just a few, maybe even zero at times. There are a limited number of ICU beds available for non-COVID patients. That number stands at 18. It's not just the amount of beds that are available, though. There's just not enough nurses or doctors to staff those ICU beds, creating a major ripple effect. A couple of weeks ago, the governor and the Department of Health said they were making plans to create more COVID ICU bed space. The governor saying that they put most of those plans into motion, but now the situation has changed again.
And we did that at a time that we were not full, but we could see the increase, and we wanted to make sure we had a margin. There has been planning, and there has been those steps taken, and thank goodness we took those steps.
All of this happening while the state reports 44 fewer hospitalizations since yesterday, bringing our total to 1,367 hospitalizations. Health officials saying that the start of school and the upcoming Labor Day weekend may be the ultimate test against Arkansas's healthcare system. Baptist Health just making an announcement today saying that they will be adding ICU bed space at a couple of its hospitals. Of course, while that urgent plea to create bed space is being pushed by the governor. Jessica Rank at Baptist Health tonight as she's learning where these beds are coming from.